Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English Today. I'm so excited you're here because today we're diving into a super important topic, common mistakes in English. And yes, these are mistakes that even advanced learners and sometimes native speakers make. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Your support helps me keep creating these lessons for you. Now, let's jump right in. Segment 1. Misusing your and your. Let's start with one of the most common mistakes. Mixing up your and your. Here's the rule. Your is possessive. It shows ownership. For example, is that your bag? Your is short for you are. For instance, you're learning English very quickly. A quick tip to remember. If you can replace the word with you are and the sentence still makes sense, then use your. For example, which one is correct? You're welcome. You're welcome. The answer is number 2. You're welcome, because it means you are welcome. Practice this one by making sentences using both your and write them in the comments below. I'll check a few and reply. Segment 2. Less versus fewer. Next up, less versus fewer. This one can be tricky, but here's the difference. Use less for things you can't count, like less water or less time. Use fewer for things you can count, like fewer books or fewer mistakes. Here's a quick test. Is it less apples or fewer apples? The correct answer is fewer apples because apples are countable. Think of it this way. If you can count it, use fewer. Simple, right? Segment 3. Me versus I. This mistake is very common, even among native speakers, when to use me versus I. Here's the rule. Use I as the subject of a sentence. For example, I went to the store. Use me as the object. For example, he gave the book to me. A great tip is to remove the other person in the sentence and see if it still makes sense. For example, Lisa and me went to the park is incorrect. Remove Lisa and you get me went to the park, which doesn't make sense. The correct sentence is Lisa and I went to the park. Try practicing this with your own examples. It's a really common mistake, but easy to fix with practice. Segment 4. Double negatives. Now, let's talk about double negatives. A sentence like, I don't have no money is incorrect because the two negatives cancel each other out, making it mean the opposite of what you intend. Instead, say, I don't have any money. Here's another example. Instead of she didn't do nothing, say, she didn't do anything. Remember, avoid two negatives in the same sentence. Keep it simple and clear. Segment 5. Mixing up then and then. Finally, let's clear up the confusion between then and then. Use then to talk about time or sequence. For example, I'll finish this video, then I'll practice my English. Use then for comparisons. For example, this lesson is easier than yesterday's. A simple trick. If you're comparing, use then. If it's about time, use then. Closing remarks. So let's recap what we covered today. Your versus your. Less versus fewer. Me versus I. Avoiding double negatives. Then versus then. These are common mistakes, but with practice, you can fix them and improve your English. If you found this lesson helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Learn English Today. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.